What's going on, fellas? Today we're going to be doing another singing voice lesson tutorial, and our victim today is Laufey. Last time we went over how she sounds on a samba and the technique she used while she sings on a samba, and this time it will be on a ballad. And what is her greatest ballad of all time that has 392 million? It's Let You Break My Heart Again. So let's take a listen to the first couple lines.
Feeling kind of sick tonight. All I've had is coffee and leftover pie. It's no wonder why.
Already you can tell that she's singing it very softly, very nice, very smooth. So let's go over it. Feeling kind of sick tonight. So she just hits it on the sick. You know what I mean? I'm going to use this word so that you trust me more and trust that I'm teaching you well. But on sick, she's going staccato instead of legato. And what that essentially means is instead of singing connected to all the other words, like feeling kind of sick, she severs the connections between sick and tonight. And then the next is all I've had is coffee and leftover pie. So this part you're gonna need to focus, alright? Why exactly? Is because in the song, I don't know if it's the same for men and women, but she's singing E3. For me it's an E2, and that's near the bottom of my range. So when you're singing low notes like this, especially in a ballad, it's more apparent. It's not like you can hide behind the speed of the song or anything, or the instrumental, as if it were a fast song. But you want to relax first off, and you gotta, because the natural instinct when you're doing a low note is to darken your voice, which naturally it gets darker. You're actually going to want to go brighter so that your low note projects more. But people think that it's a low note, you know, maybe you'll project more if you make it sound like it's like, if you make it try to sound like it's a low note. So I'll give you an example. So I should stop. Heaven knows I've tried. So obviously you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to darken your voice when you're doing low notes, you know. No girls, join the call, I promise. What you're gonna do instead is focus on trying to make it brighter and make sure your airflow is consistent. Of course, that's the same with every other song, but in a ballad especially, because again, a ballad, you're gonna be exposed in a ballad. You'll be stripped of everything you love. So you're gonna have to lock in more on your technique during a ballad, is what I mean to say. So it goes, it's no wonder why. Next part is essentially the same. There's a little transition. Ooh, still you take up all my mind. There is a sliding note there, but you just heard me do it, man, and I'm no professional. You just you should be able to get it to sound like that. But if you are not able to, then fret not. I'll tell you exactly how to do it and what it is. So a slide is what it sounds like. You're sliding from one note onto another. So for the sliding notes, it'll be all in mind. So it'll be, so for the all, it's all my mind. You're sliding down and then up again. If you just replicate that, then you'd be fine on that line. Still you take up all my mind. And here it's still the same. I don't even think that you care like I do. here is the same as the It's No Wonder Why. The same in melody at least. So it goes, I should stop. And then it goes, heaven knows I've tried. All right, now on to the chorus. Listen to this.
I will stop falling in love with you. Someday, someone will like me like I like you.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Obviously, it was very beautiful, very emotional, and I'll tell you exactly how she brings out that emotion and why it's so effective. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to tell you how. So over here, obviously, she's singing the one day with a mix that favors her head instead of her chest. So so if you favored a more chesty mix, it would sound like this. One day I will stop falling. But she's going like this instead. One day I will stop falling. And then there's in love with you. And the same thing. I think this one's a bit fuller than the first one. So it goes, someday someone will like me like I like you. So it's not totally connected. Obviously there's some parts where you are singing everything together in one smooth line, like someone will like me like I, but it stops there, and then there's like you, which if your goal is to sound exactly like Laufey, which this video will teach you how to do, by the way, then you can go that direction. And then the next part.
Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. And of course I'll let you break my heart again.
So over here it's not like obvious how Laufey would phrase it, but she does it like this. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. You'd think like a singer seeing the music would like in front of them on a lead sheet would sing it like this. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend. But that's just how Laufey does it. And you can go do it whatever way you want, but I'm just telling you how Laufey is doing it. And then there's a nice resolution right here. Then of course I'd let you break my heart again. This part, the melody is structured the same way. Now listen to this.
I'm just trying to understand what I am to you, more than songs we've exchanged, midnight calls, sunset view.
So it's essentially the same, like the melody is structured the same way. Everything's in the same place it needs to be. It's just a few things are different. Like you could think of it as being like this is the first verse, except we're just changing a few things in the melody. So instead of I'm just trying to understand, it's just I'm just trying to understand what I am to you, more than songs we've exchanged. That part's basically the same. This part differs a little bit. You still need to completely relax. It goes low, but not as low as earlier. Midnight calls, sunset views. And again, this part is... I'm not even going to roll a clip for this part because of how similar it is to the previous verse. Like the... before the chorus verse. But I should just let you know that at the end is the only part that differs. So it's... Promise I don't mean to cry, but I get overwhelmed and confused. And this is the only part that's different. If only you knew. And this is the only part that's different. If only you knew what I felt like. Let's do a brief recap. What have we learned so far under my tutelage? Well, I'll tell you. We learned that in this song, Laufey tends to favor the softer dynamics as opposed to like a full chesty belt kind of noise. And she likes picking and choosing certain words that she just hits, that doesn't connect it to the next word, that's staccato. So we're probably going to be seeing more of that in the outro. Why don't we roll the clip and find out?
Someday, one day, I will stop falling in love with you. Until I do, I'll be thinking of you. Let you break my heart again.
I was right, wasn't I? I told you things would turn out this way, didn't I? I got some advice for you. Don't doubt me again. Alright, so we're seeing more of the same over here. Soft dynamics. Someday, one day, I will stop falling in love with you. Until I do, I'll be thinking of you. Let you break my heart again. Alright guys, now congratulations! That's right guys, you might not know it yet, but you sound exactly like Laufey. 1 second, let me hear you. Oh yes. Anyway, let me do one quick playthrough of the chorus and outro. One day I will stop falling in love with you. Someday someone will like me like I like you. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. Then of course I'd let you break my heart again. Thank you guys, goodbye and good luck, and that's the way it is. Peace out, Girl Scout.